Are you worried your family history research might be lost to future generations? Is it currently sitting on your computer or hard drive? Maybe it's in file folders that no one wants. We are Lynn and Danette. We're cousins. We're family historians. We're a writer and an artist. And we've joined forces to create Heirloom, pre-made templates that take all the work out of building your family history book. We help fulfill your family history book dreams. Join us every Tuesday for conversations and questions with Lynn and Danette, helping you build your legacy for future generations. Our pages, your story. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conversations and Questions with Lynn and Danette. Hello, Danette.
Good morning, or I guess it's afternoon now.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
So Mother's Day is behind us, and now it's time. Spring is definitely in the air here in Ontario, finally.
Yep, here too.
The trees are blooming, and today we're going to talk about trees. So how's that for a segue?
There you go.
So we're going to talk about trees that we can put into our heirloom books. And there's a variety of different types of trees that we can use. And so today we're going to take a look at some of our trees, some of our template pages, and you're going to show us what there is available for everybody. Yay. Here we go.
You can see it okay?
I can.
Let me go all the way to the beginning of all my trees. So here I've got a bunch of our tree templates, but I'm simply using them to explain to you the different types of trees there are that you can add to your book or just to your general work. So here's the most basic of tree. One subject, you, your grandma, whoever, and then on back.
Yeah. So most definitely something like this. Some of these trees you're showing us, you could just print them out as single sheets and put them into your genealogy binders.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I just thought I better elaborate on that. So make that clear.
I might still have some of that dentist drug in me. All right, and then along the same idea, just a little different format. This one has pictures, but again, it went from one subject matter to on back through their ancestry. Mm-hmm. And you can see you can do it simply with pictures. Here's the exact same tree, but I used information instead. Or you could use a combination of ones. Again, same thing. It just looks different. Yeah. And here's the same thing, only going way, way further back. But you could do that and have both the parents or grandparents or whoever is your subject. Actually, your subject would go right here in this one. But there's all kinds of trees like this. And it's the same thing. It's an ancestral tree. But you could do it the same thing totally in reverse and have a descendants tree where you start with your subject and then you go to their offspring and their offsprings, your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, etc. So it's just like the ancestor tree, only like I said, in reverse. What I chose to do was put in the children, and then if they have a spouse, to name the spouse, and then their children, and then that child's spouse, on and on like that through the generations, as long as you have enough paper. Your paper's big. And then this would be a blended tree, if that makes any sense. But there's so many mixed marriages now. Absolutely. That you have to wait to come up with the blended family, or actually not just now, but years ago, the woman would die young through childbirth or whatever, and there'd be more marriages off the father. Yep. Anyway, therefore, that necessitated the need for a blended tree. Yeah. We also think and then along again the same idea, only it's done in a fan chart. But it's exactly the same. Your subject, their parents, your parents' parents, etc., all the way back. Or same thing, you could do both sides the husband and the wife, or your mother and your father, however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are your basic charted trees. And then I have included in our templates a lot of pictorial trees, but that's all they are, is pictures. They're not even really, except I drew in a tree. There's no tree involved. It's just pictures of however you want to do it, one family, the whole family,
Yeah.
you know,
But
your
they're
daughter and her
showing a
kids.
relationship of some sort.
Right.
Whether that's brothers and sisters or just brothers or just
Oh,
sisters.
exactly. Yes. Yes. Like the siblings tree or cousins.
Absolutely.
I'm big on doing cousins things because I guess in our family, all the cousins were close.
Yes.
But anyway, these are all trees. Here, this tree even has your dog and your cat in it. Little something for everyone.
Yeah.
But
the other thing I wanted to note is that because we've made these trees in Canva, they're part of our templates. You can also resize these trees and make them into a wall hanging, a poster of some sort, or a banner as well.
Yeah, I gave away a lot of family tree posters for Christmas this year, and everyone loved them. And I made them through Canva. Yeah. You can even make them in Canva and have them printed somewhere else if you wanted to. Yeah. I was going to say something else, but trees, and now it slipped my mind. Oh, well. Oh, all these, that's what I was going to say. All these trees are available through Heirloom, but they can be resized if you want to just do half a page of a tree and then a story next to it. Or you just want to make it a little quarter page in the corner tree along with your story.
Okay.
So they can be used in,
again, color, fonts, all that is all customizable with the Canva.
Oh, yes, definitely. Product. Like this tree right here. I mean, I did it all in golds, but you can use any color you want. Mm-hmm. I'm not quite sure why I made this one blue, but it can be changed too. When I'm finished with it, I'm still in the middle of building that template. But anyway, yeah, like Lynn said, you can make them so they blend into whatever the theme of your book is, color-wise.
Or if you're making it a poster for your wall, think about the decor in your room and
definitely
color to suit your room.
Yeah. And I think they were pretty cheap to print too. Because I was surprised.
Yeah, they're not.
But anyway,
not an expensive item,
but I'm cheap.
A great gift.
Yeah. So I'm coming back in.
Okay, so that is trees, and those are a handful really of all the trees that we have.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more, but they're themed out so that there'll be a whole lot of a descendant chart or a whole lot of anything y'all need to see all those today.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of a taste of what we have there and what your options are. So all right. So,
and along with that, even if you're not using our templates, what you should include in your book, if you're doing a family history based book. Yeah.
Do you here's a question for you. Do you tend to, particularly, when you're talking about multi-generational book and having those different sections, because we have different families, different generations, different surnames, would you recommend using different trees for each one of those, like different styles of trees, or would you take one and use the same one for each?
This is what I did when we did our book. Is, of course, I did the two halves as we showed in another video, our grandmother's tree and then our grandfather's tree. But I used the same tree, the same format, just different names. Right. Because it's a different family. But then when I went into the next generation, your dad, my mom, and all their siblings, I used the descendants chart tree. Mm-hmm. And I used the same one for each person. So when you saw it, you knew, oh, yeah, this is one of the kids. So all their trees are the same. And then the same thing when they did their children, like our generation. I did a little different type of tree. That way, it kept your book organized, not just for reference reasons, but to the eye, it looked, like you had a thought when you made the book.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you have that continuity of it. It brings the
Exactly. So by porting it off per generation, it also gave the reader, same information, but just a little different.
Okay, great.
Different format.
Well, that is it for Therese today. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like this video, subscribe so you get notification every time we've got a new video up, which is usually once a week. And sometimes we miss the occasional one, but we're here mostly every week. So make sure to check back, and we'll see you next week for
another episode
of Conversations and Questions with Lynn and Danette.